welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the second half of the broadcast, to the OSC Season 12 Championship. We just wrapped up with lower bracket round 5. Now we're here with the upper bracket round number 4. Here we go. We have our PvP coming up ahead of us. We have herO versus MaxPax. Before we can jump into things, though, big shout out to Just Me Executor in the chat. Get that? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Hope you enjoy the content, hope you enjoy the casting, hope you enjoy the star. Thank you, Papa. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. If you wish, you can join our Discord server. We do give some benefits to our subscribers. We do hand out replay packs to our subscribers. So if you want to cast them yourself, watch them yourself, or learn from them, you can do so via our Discord server. Otherwise, you can enjoy our emotes. And thank you. Thank you for the support. We appreciate it. We do appreciate it. As we are jumping into our fresh best of 5. Let's go. Again, here in MaxPax, they do trade back and forth quite often. We did see herO recently take down MaxPax in Mass Coliseum. Meanwhile, MaxPax is taking down herO in Wood TV Mondays. Again, in online tournaments and in online events, they do go back and forth. This could go either way. It's hard to call a favorite player here, but we are jumping into our best of 5 and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of El Dorado. We have our South Korean Protoss player, our red Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming WBG. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss from the land of Denmark, representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. See someone asking in the chat, live. I mean, as always, the cast is live, and as always, there is an indicator in the title of the stream whether or not it is going to be a replay cast. So yes, these matches were played out ahead of time. They were submitted ahead of time. And we do cast them. We're here to cast them. We're here to bring them to you. We're here. Let's go. Let us go. For now, we have our initial openers. Now, as we are loading into El Dorado, we do have a ramp coming into the natural, so we do have our setup. Oh my, herO going Nexus first. He's crazy. Straight Nexus first out of herO. Very greedy play from our red Korean Protoss here. Goes Nexus then into Gateway. Even MaxPax doesn't cut this many corners, even though when he opens up economically, he should be Gate into Cybercore into Expansion. So MaxPax, he's aware of the greed. The question becomes, can MaxPax punish the greed of herO? Gate expand. No punish. Okay. So MaxPax, he's going to be slightly behind in the economy. He's going for a later expansion, and he opts not to attempt to one-base all-in herO. So no aggression out of MaxPax. Will be playing one step behind in the economic game at least. As herO does open up 2 gates. Okay, 2-gate follow-up out of herO, which means he's going to be most likely walling up and walling off. He's going to wall off here with the Cybercore and can play this out. Ooh, speaking of walling off though, MaxPax, he throws down the pylon, he denies the wall. And with that, yeah, we have the Cybercore being thrown down towards the south side instead. There is an opening. And we'll see if MaxPax can abuse that opening. We'll see if he can abuse that. There it is, Adept is on the way, rallying across the map. We do have the Safety Zealot first out of herO. Pylon does complete. And herO... and MaxPax, he will open up Stargate, as to be expected. Stargate open on MaxPax, it is his go-to. Is his go-to build. As the Adept is moving out. This does move out. Pylon does go down. We have another pylon from MaxPax. Again, the goal here is to keep the wall open. Adept will shade in. Ooh, but is still walled off. Whew. Barely walled off in time. Clutch moves out of herO. Does wall off. Stalker's on the way. Behind this here comes out Oracle. Oracle opener out of MaxPax, as I did mention. Is one to play Stargate here in this matchup. Into Oracle. Stalker gets forced back. Once again, that shades in. This time the wall is, still in time. Just barely. Whew. Oh my god. Just barely does wall up. Here he's keeping up. But despite defending the natural, can he defend the main? Can he defend against the Oracle? Checking his vision. Here he has scattered. He has confirmed the Stargate. He is aware. Second Oracle's on the way. With 2 Oracles, you can one-shot probes. And here he's setting up his own proxy gateway. His own proxy pylon. Okay, so he's going to have 3 gates back at home and a proxy 4th gateway across the map. And I don't see a Twilight Council. I don't see any tech. I don't see any blink. Interesting. No blink. Hero's trying to keep up. He will zone the Oracle away. Gets a couple of hits in. So far, does zone. Likewise, he's ready in the main base. Here comes those proxies. It's a 2-base all-in. So straight up 2-base all-in here by herO. You can see he's mining through those patches, making it look like he wants to expand, when really he's doing anything but. He's actually going for a proxy Twilight Council. That is interesting. Okay. Going into... I mean, regardless of the upgrade here, I imagine it's going to be Blink. It's going to be so delayed. Be very delayed here for herO. And Blink is now on the way for both players. Here is still mining through those patches. He's going to be on 4 gates. Alas, MaxPax is getting up to his 3-gate setup into a 3rd. So MaxPax, he should be behind when it comes to the army supply. Going to have a smaller army. And is that going to be enough here for herO to overwhelm? As Oracle take damage in the mineral line, they get 3 pro kills. Nicely done. herO out of position. Here come those warpins. Blink, almost done. Almost complete. MaxPax, he will check outside of his base. And he will find this. He already found the proxy. He knows. MaxPax, he knows what's going on. Trades 1-to-1 with the Stalkers. But better connections here for herO. Just shoot first. And the Stalkers are exposed. Likewise, does reinforce. Again, he's warping in 4 Stalkers at a time. Takes down the Adept. Blink is done in 10 seconds. The shield battery coming into play. And here he needs to break him. He needs to break through. So far, having a hard time. Moving out across the map. Diving on the army. Takes down the Stalker. Takes down 2. Takes down, almost 3. Oh no, he blinks in with the Stasis. Stasis will catch him out at the same time. Double Oracle into the main base. Ropes are falling. Here he was already all in, but now he's heavily delayed. The bait. Yeah, and his economy is being crippled. 11 probes going down. Stasis is about to run out. herO, he still has a massive army. He can still pull this off. He can still overwhelm. There's a recall on the Oracles. Stalkers into having the main army. Yeah, they're chasing MaxPax down. This might just be too much. Look at the units have 19 Stalkers for herO. That's insane. 19 Stalkers against 6. Oh, the force fields are brutal. Once again, chasing MaxPax down. Another Stasis. Not again. Not again, Bobby. Does he notice? Does he check? He knows. Yeah, this time he will bait out the Stasis. Baits out both of them. Fool me twice. Oh, sorry, fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on Shameless. As the gateways are depowered, and here he's done. There's a DT. True, there's a Dark Templar. Defensive DTs. Easier detection for herO. And herO, he has no form of detection back at home, by the way. There's no Forge, no Robo, no Stargate. Despite that, we'll kill every single probe. And we'll depower everything in the main as well. Yeah, GG gets called. It's just too much to handle anyway, and herO, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. herO, he will take a lead in this series. There was some nice moments there for MaxPax. Again, he was able to catch herO out, but despite that, herO, he was 2-base all in. He still had the higher Stalker count anyway, and was able to overwhelm MaxPax. GG. Does take a lead, but often we see a back and forth between these two players. I expect a series out of this, but now the pressure is on MaxPax as we load into our next game, as we load into Romanticide. Let's go. Are loading in. Here has status PTSD. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. No. But this time he was ready, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Romanticide, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG, leading the series 1-0. It is herO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player from the land of Denmark, representing Snystorm Gaming. Down in the series, the pressure's on. We'll see if he can bounce back and make a series out of this. It is MaxPax. And welcome one and all to Romanticide. Romanticide is one of the larger maps in the tournament map pool. For those that are curious, hold up, Romanticide, what's going on? We did see Gressvan earlier, that is true. OSC does feature an extended map pool, so we have the regular ladder maps, but we also have older maps that were voted on by the player base. They voted on Gressvan, Romanticide, and herO to be added to the map pool. So these maps they were voted on, and they brought back. Of course, Romanticide was in the map pool back in 2022, I want to say, like around 2022 era of StarCraft. So it's been a couple of years, but it's back. It is again one of the larger maps, a lot of bases, and known for longer games. But in the PvP, I mean, the size of the map doesn't matter as much because of the warping mechanic. I mean, you can reinforce from anywhere as long as there's a pylon or a prism. As once again, herO going Gate Cybercore into expand. Greedy build out of herO. Not as greedy as last game, but greedy nonetheless. And he is out greeting MaxPax for the second time in a row. Oh boy. Now, how does MaxPax respond? Remember, last game, MaxPax, he kind of accepted his fate and he played from a slight economic deficit. This time, doing the same. Yeah, this time, once again, later expansion. No proxy, no aggression out of MaxPax. Again, he's not really known for responding with one base all-ins. Like, he's not really that kind of player. So I really like this from herO. I think this is just a really smart way to play against MaxPax. Because MaxPax, he's so... What's the best way of putting this? He's so predictable. He's so predictable in PvP. Because his go-to build is Gate, Cyber, Stargate into Nexus. Because of that, very often players would attempt to one-base all in him. At least that was, you know, in the previous patch, in the previous rendition of the game. Here, time and time again, here he's just out greeting MaxPax instead. And trying to beat him at his own game. He's like, you want to play safe and economic? Okay, I'm going to just cut corners and be just more greedy. Like, okay. Was successful in game 1, we'll see if we can pull it off here in game 2. Stargate follow-ups as well, both players playing Stargate. herO can make the assumption that MaxPax, I mean, he scouted. He did scout the Stargate so he can go Phoenix himself. MaxPax is shading into the main, but is denied. Despite that, MaxPax also does open Phoenix, so we're going to be entering Phoenix Wars, or at least we should be. MaxPax, he's, there we go, he does commit, does confirm. I was going to say he's making an assumption, but a correct one. Regardless, he commits, regardless he scouts, he confirms, and now he can commit. Second Stargate, bam, instant second Stargate for MaxPax. I do really like this. This is typically how herO defeats MaxPax, by going for an earlier second Stargate, but MaxPax, he beats him there. And with this MaxPax, he will ensure that he has the greater Phoenix count. herO opening up Phoenix into Oracle, ooh, this I'm not too fond of. But again, he doesn't know. He doesn't know how hard MaxPax is committing to Phoenixes. This Oracle should not get damage done. Now he knows. Shades into the main. Sees the second Stargate. Now he's aware. And he's going to try to transition to Blink Stalkers. Oh, this is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for herO. Because it's going to be a window in time where we have a massive Phoenix, flock of Phoenixes. And herO doesn't have much anti-air. Doesn't have much. He has one Phoenix in a dream. Let's go. Now, MaxPax at least doesn't know about the Oracle, so this could catch him off guard. As MaxPax is moving out, so he's not in position to defend. Again, he's not expecting an Oracle. This is coming out of left field. So the pants are down. And there is potential. And ideally, herO wants to force a recall. He does want to force that recall. But MaxPax doesn't need to. Yeah, he dies on the Phoenix. Phoenix goes down instantly. And here's in trouble. He's going to lose everything here. The Stalkers, the Phoenixes. There's that recall. Whew. And again, that's best case scenario for herO. Does force the recall. Still 6 probe kills. 7. Oh my god. 7 workers go down. Gets a revelation at the end. And herO does take a worker lead, but does he have enough Stalkers to defend? As he's up against how many? He's up against 7 Phoenixes. There's our first lift. Ooh. A little bit premature. Does lose 1 Phoenix ahead of time. So better start for herO. Down to 6 Phoenixes. Oh. herO setting up a proxy, going for a 2-base all-in. This makes sense. The goal for herO is to try to break MaxPax before he hits critical mass of Phoenix. We'll see if he can. herO moves out. We've seen this before. We saw this in El Dorado, where herO lost everything in the main base, but it did not matter. He commits to the all-in. And these Phoenixes are spending their lifts aggressively to harass. Now he notices. Yeah, he does notice. He's like, wait a minute. Why aren't you responding? Why aren't you reacting? Because of the all-in. And here we go. What is it to defend? The stasis! Not again! Avoid. Oh, God. He's walking in. No! He notices. Whew, does notice in time. There's a second stasis. Does he notice? Oh, my God. Depowers the shield battery. Does depower. And he doesn't notice. Oh, my God. Stasis goes off. Does catch half the stalkers. Whew, and MaxPax is buying time for the Immortal. The Immortal's on the way. He's a little bit more time. Second stasis here in the mineral line. Ay, ay, ay. The Immortal does pop. MaxPax is supply blocked. And he dives in. He does focus on the Immortal. Yeah, 3 volleys all it takes. And Max. The stasis! Oh my God. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. MaxPax speeding up Phoenixes, and herO looks like he's done a GG gets called. He will shut MaxPax down, and herO will take a 2-0 lead. Whew. GG. Oh my God. My heart, pappy. My GG, well played. herO, he will overwhelm the natural. He will overwhelm the production. Was able to shut down the robo. And with that, again, MaxPax, he was caught with his pants down. The pants were down, pappy. He was getting ready for a longer game. Eventually, it sunk in that, oh, there's an all-in coming my way. But by the time he realized what was going on, again, he was already heavily invested into those Phoenixes. It was a really drastic decision there by herO, but he did pull it off. There's so much that really worked out well for herO in that game. I'm referring to the recall. Remember that Oracle getting 6-7 probe kills across the map forced the recall back home. If it wasn't for that recall, herO, he would have been in trouble. He would have, been stuck at home and would have been bleeding out more stalkers, more probe kills as well. He was able to just buy time for the all-in. GG. GG, well played. Whew, and now we're getting into game number 3. Let's go. Getting into game 3 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the red Protoss player from South Korea representing Weibo Gaming, leading the series 2-0. It is herO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Danish Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. Not sure if I've seen that specific one, but definitely saw some games of his where he ate a bunch. Pig casting was so disappointed. If Pig was casting the Biggest War Monday, then we casted those matches as well. So we probably casted the same games, is most likely what you're referring to. Most likely the same games. But here we go. Again, every game so far, here he has been able to get away with a faster Nexus. Does he do it again? So far, going for the gateway first. Going for the gateway. Does actually go for a standard opener. This looks like gate into Cybercore. Sorry, this looks like a 2-gate opener into a fake proxy pylon. We'll see. Probe moves down, setting up for the expansion. But there is no expand. Because herO, he's being cheeky. He's hiding a probe. He's hiding the probe, hiding the pylon. Making it look like he wants to expand. Again, this is just because of how the series has played out so far. Because herO has been so greedy. Again, he's selling this story. He's selling the story. There's a Cybercore. Shows the pylon. We're waiting for herO. As herO is set up. Pylon's now on the way. And herO, that's the 3rd pylon as well. Ooh, okay. That is the proxy 3rd pylon from herO. MaxPax, he's going for a gate into expand into Cybercore. Very greedy build here by MaxPax. Ay, ay, ay. And again, like, this is just such a smart way to play out this series, but it's not a 1-base all-in. I would have loved to have seen a proxy robo. I'll be honest. I would have loved to have seen a proxy robo and a 1-base all-in at herO. This is an economic opener. I say economic. Proxy Stargate is for an Oracle, and herO, he does plan on expanding. Like this, I mean, I don't think he was expecting MaxPax to be this greedy. But this would have been the perfect time for a proxy, for an all-in. Not quite, though. Not quite from herO. Regardless, this can still deal damage, don't get me wrong. MaxPax going for his own Stargate into Oracle. The Oracle is on the way. So again, I would have, like, it would have been, I like the big brain play would have been the proxy rover. It would have been so good. But alas, we're gonna play this out. Phoenix opener out of MaxPax. Does catch the Adept, shield whatever he's done. MaxPax, he should be fine. He's already got his natural up and running. Again, MaxPax, he went for an earlier Nexus. And he shuts down the Oracle as well. Yeah, herO, he's falling apart here. He will get a couple of probe kills. But remember, MaxPax was already ahead in workers. As herO, he evens up the probe counts. We'll lose the Oracle. Second Oracle's on the way. And herO, he needs more damage. herO, he's still behind. He's still down in the economy. Adept shades back in, distracts the Phoenixes. Oracle into the main. And he will get a couple more probes. Again, very necessary damage. But the problem here is that the Phoenixes are soon to counterattack. Ooh. So we get another 5. Another 5 probes go down. 12 in total. Again, this is still decent. As herO back at home, transitioning into Blink. Stalker knocking down that front door. Phoenixes, they check the Stargate. No more Oracles. No third Oracle on the way. And here he's stuck on a 1-base economy. He's still stuck on 1 base. Just now saturating. Just now building up. Phoenixes have arrived. They catch out the Stalker. They get 1. They should be able to get... Oh! Not quite 2. Not quite. Yeah. Here going back into Oracles. Is MaxPax the best Protoss out there? I would say it's comparable between MaxPax and herO. Like, depending on the tournaments, herO excels over MaxPax or MaxPax excels over herO. I think they both have their strengths and weaknesses. Like, for example, herO knocked MaxPax out of Master Colosseum. Meanwhile, MaxPax, he won the League Cup. So you can probably make an argument for either one. But both very strong. Both top 2. I think everyone will agree on that they're both top 2 Protosses in the world. Are the best Protosses. Did you see herO counterattacking? Yeah, and he's just committing. He's just committing to an all-in at this point. This time, Max actually has a little bit more time to respond. Immortal is halfway done, and can he buy time? Can he get there? Oh, gonna be distracted though. herO keeping with the Phoenixes, and again, Max actually is buying time for that Immortal. It's on the way. As herO does rotate. So MaxPax holding the line, and if MaxPax, if he can buy time for a second Immortal, he should be fine. He needs a couple more seconds to build up, and the longer this goes on, the better it's gonna be for MaxPax. Building up a higher Immortal count, threatening his opponent. Yes, Twilight Blink did already finish, and here. Can he focus out those Immortals in time? As we have a third Immortal on the way. going to be all or nothing for herO. Does poke in. Triggers the shields. Does trigger shields on both immortals, but the third immortal is now popping out. And here, he has to blink in. Third immortal, it's waddling down the ramp. Up! Goes to the dive, he gets one. Takes down one. Barely doesn't get the other. Yeah, takes 3 volleys. And with those 3 volleys, MaxPax, he's shutting down these Stalkers. And Stalkers do full. MaxPax holds. He does hold on. herO, he's plummeting in supply. Now up against a fresh Immortal. And likewise, now there's going to be another Immortal coming down the ramp. It takes so long to bring down one. And now there's going to be 2. Yeah, second Immortal has arrived. We're trying to slowly work through this. Picking off the Zealots. Thus we got the Zealots building up his Stalker count once again. Getting it to how many? 19 Stalkers for herO. And he's getting ready for a second dive. And once again, he's gonna be diving into 3 Immortals. Oh my god, he can one-shot! Gets one, doesn't quite get the other. Pulls away in time, second Immortal does arrive. Yeah, and once again, he punishes those Stalkers so hard. You're down to 17, soon to be up to 20 Stalkers. Is that enough? I think it might be. Still trading though. Still dancing with the army. MaxPax back up to 3 Immortals. Back up to there we go. I was like, where is it? It's coming down the ramp. And herO, he's trying to expand. It's a very late expansion for herO. It looks like herO, he's recognized he cannot break him. He cannot kill MaxPax. So he's going for a Nexus, he's going for Glaives. Does dive in. Takes down the Immortal. Takes down an Immortal. Glaives, I mean, they will help support, they will help buffer. It's a risky maneuver here from herO, but it's all he has. As he has no upgrades, he has no tech. Let's try to move in. Picks up a Stalker. MaxPax getting ready for a counterattack, and here he has nothing at home. He has force fields though, true. Okay. He can force field. He can still isolate those Immortals. He can try to. Speaking of, does force field. He barely doesn't get one. Doesn't get the Immortal. Force fields, they weren't worth it. Stasis gets baited. Prism into the main. And DTs, they're warping in. And here he has 0 detection. Probes are going down. Adepts shading to the mineral line. But now they're defensive. Oh no, the Stasis! Stasis goes off and here is being shut down completely. Dark Templar everywhere. Stasis, GG gets called, and MaxPax, he will hold, he will defend, and he will fight back, putting a point on the board. GG. GG, well played. Whew. We have a series. Do you have a series here? herO could have taken the third base 5 minutes ago. If you recall, 5 minutes ago, he threw down extra gateways. That's where he committed to the 2 base all-in. He threw down, I want to say, 3 or 4 extra gates. So he was already committed. If he had thrown down the expansion, he would have fallen behind. Which, I mean, you could argue he can just try to play from behind. But, yeah, here he was in a rough position there. Which is why he committed to the all-in. It was a very rough start, and with that, MaxPax does fight back, and now we're getting into game number 4. Whew, and again, just a really clutch defense there from MaxPax, able to preserve those immortals. We saw multiple times when herO would dive in, he would maybe get one immortal, but it was very difficult to get the other, as MaxPax was very crisp to pull back in time, to pull away, to preserve, and to defend. Now we're getting into game number 4. Let's go. Jumping into game 4. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Frostline, we have our South Korean Protoss player. We have our Red Protoss representing Weibo Gaming. Still leading the series 2-1, still one game away from advancing on into the next round. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Blue Protoss player from Denmark representing Storm Gaming. Fighting back, one game away from forcing the ace match, it is MaxPax. We go. And again, herO, he had an interesting build last game. I'm not too fond of it. If you recall, he was faking out an expansion and he had gone for a proxy Stargate against MaxPax, who had gone for a gate expand. And MaxPax, he got away with a more greedy build. He had a stronger start. The Oracle opener was okay, but it got completely shut down by the Phoenixes. And in the end, MaxPax took a lead. herO, he was forced into an all-in as he was behind, and alas, MaxPax was able to defend in time. So to pull off that defense, GG. GG, well played. And we'll see if herO can recover. Oh. We'll see if he can fight back. Once again, feels Mike, man. Do apologize if my microphone is acting up. It's all good. Might have to get a new microphone or a new cable or something. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Regardless, herO opening up with a proxy. Okay, so it is going to be a 2-gate opener, 2-gate opener into Cybercore, into a proxy across the map. Likewise, MaxPax going for a gate expand into Cybercore. Economic opener here. Greedy build out of MaxPax. And this time herO, he will commit to a 1-base all-in. This time, this is going to be a big commitment. MaxPax, he scouts, he sees that there is a missing pylon. The second pylon is missing, second pylon nowhere to be found. MaxPax, he's looking for the proxy, he's looking for the pylon, he's checking towards the top side. He has yet to confirm, but he will with the Zealot. Yeah, he will confirm. Does get eyes on this, is aware. Is aware of the proxy, pylon's already under fire. This is a rough start for herO. He does throw down a second pylon to keep everything powered, but the first one is going to fall. And behind this, we have a robo defensively for MaxPax, getting to his own immortal production. Pylon gets picked up. herO, he's racing over. And again, last game, MaxPax didn't scout for this because it was a proxy off of the third pylon, not the second. Oh, and this is shut down already. The pylon falls, and there's 0 production. No. herO, he's falling apart here. And again, we have the faster immortal production from MaxPax. He's fine. He's perfectly fine. He's perfectly safe, perfectly sound. As herO is going to try to overwhelm these Stalkers. He's coming in from behind. His goal here is to surround. But the earlier immortal production from MaxPax is brutal. Oh, gets a Stalker. Trades 1 for 1. And the crazy thing about this proxy, this all-in from herO, is that he's behind. He's behind when it comes to the immortal production. Like, the immortal's already done. It's already done for MaxPax. It's here. The immortal has arrived. herO, he's getting desperate, transitioning into disruptors. Now, this can work. Even if you're behind, with one good Nova, you can actually recover, and you can still pull this off. But this is a bit of a last-ditch effort here. It's a Hail Mary play to go for disruptors. There we go. Tries to commit. where I proxy against a player who always scouts. If you recall, the proxy would have been a really good idea in the last game, if you're watching. Just because of how the series had played out. But again, here is struggling. So far, triple shield battery, 2 immortals already. Again, MaxPax is ahead in immortal production. He now has his own warp prism. No prism for herO. So MaxPax, he has micro potential. He can blink back, he can kite back with his prism. And that disruptor is on the way. And again, this is the one chance that herO has. Unfortunately, I'm sure herO, he was hoping that we were going to be seeing a third immortal. And there was a prism before the third immortal. So the problem here is that even with the Nova going off, MaxPax, he just lived and he can avoid the Nova. Like, he has defensive blink, essentially. So this disruptor has less potential. Despite that, herO, he commits. Nova goes off. Nova, doesn't quite connect. Yeah, the disruptor goes down. And with that, herO, it's all or nothing. Again, the micro assault saves the immortals. Are juggling out of MaxPax. He does focus on both immortals, and he still has 3. Yeah, MaxPax, he completely shuts down this army. It ups straight into the main. They get some economic damage. That's all herO can do. But the main army crumbles. And herO, he only gets 3 probe kills. Getting a handful more. MaxPax, he just forces this all the way back towards the proxy. And he will clean this up. Yeah, MaxPax, he will completely clean this up. Catching out the army, catching out the units. We have some slow lots to read. Well, let's go. We have the slow lots. They're doing what they can. They're helping. Yeah, I know. As it is, I mean, hey, they're wreaking havoc. 14 probe kills, not bad. They're doing quite a bit of economic damage here. The problem, though, is that it's not enough. The problem here, yeah, GG gets called as herO, he runs out of steam, and MaxPax, he survives. We're going to the ace match. Let's go. GG. We are going to the ace match. Again, herO, he committed to the one-base all-in this time on Frostline, but last did fall on its face. Again, there was potential in Game 3, but less so here in Game number 4, and now we're going all the way to that ace match. It all ends here. It all ends on Whispers of Gold. Fun fact, the 2 first games of this series where herO out-greeted MaxPax, he was able to find some success. He was able to excel. It was in both Game 3 and Game 4 where he did end up proxying. I mean, Game 3 was a proxy Stargate instead, but where he was going more aggressively, where he did struggle, where he did fail. And that leads us here into the ace match. The question becomes, how will herO approach this? Aggressively or greedily? How does he open up his build coming into Whispers of Gold? We're here to find out. Let's go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Weibo Gaming being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back? It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Blue Protoss player from Denmark representing Psystorm Gaming. Bringing it back. He was down 2-0 and he's forced the ace match. Can he go all the way? It is MaxPax. Here we go. And for the most part, MaxPax has been reacting to herO. That's typically how this series has gone so far, is that MaxPax has been scouting, has been trying to react, trying to keep up with herO's builds. It's been herO that's been dictating the pace of these games. So the question becomes, what's it going to be? So far, gate first. Throws down the gateway, doesn't rush into the Nexus. MaxPax moving out across the map, trying to get a read on what herO's up to. MaxPax opening up double gas. This most likely is going to be a gate into Cybercore, into Stargate before expansion. herO is going for a gate Cybercore opener. Okay. So we have very similar builds. Here he threatens the expansion, goes down the pylon, gets a Cybercore. So gate into Cybercore here from herO. Again, gate Cybercore out of MaxPax. We're getting there in slightly different ways, but for the most part, and mirrored builds. As MaxPax, he does pylon block, And because of this pylon block, we might see a Stargate from both players. We know that we should be seeing a Stargate at a MaxPax. We might see one now out of herO. If so, this could be the beginning of Phoenix Wars, which we haven't seen yet today. We have seen Phoenixes made, that is true, but no true Phoenix Wars yet. Cybercore is done. There's a Stargate at MaxPax, which is again what we expect. herO does go for the Stargate as well. herO, he wants the expansion. Yeah, it does move down, takes the Nexus. So earlier Nexus at a herO, earlier Stargate at a MaxPax. And MaxPax does confirm. He does confirm, going for his own expansion. And hero's going to have to take a more defensive role. Going for a later Stargate. Interesting. So this should be Phoenix. Because the Stargate is later, and because it is delayed, we should be seeing an Oracle at a MaxPax. If he goes Oracle, and if herO goes Phoenix, then herO can shut MaxPax down. And there it is, Oracle's on the way. herO, his goal here is to try to catch MaxPax with his pants down with those Phoenixes. I would imagine that's the plan for herO. We'll see. He could do something crazy and just go for his own Oracle, which would be wild. We'll see. The Depth Scout is denied. herO pushing towards that natural. Applying pressure. Keeping MaxPax busy. The first Oracle is going to be revealed. It's going to be revealed here. Taking a lot of hits, taking a lot of damage. As we assumed, yep, Phoenix production out of herO. And again, this is to try to blindside MaxPax and catch him off guard. Because MaxPax is not expecting this, not expecting Phoenixes. And MaxPax is transitioning into Blink. Okay. Blink is on the way. Now herO, he needs to shut this Oracle down. This Oracle hasn't really gained any value yet. He's killed a Scouting Probe and a Stalker. Oracle is revealed, going for another Stalker. Not bad. Will focus it down. And he should be shut down by the Phoenix. Oh, does he recall in time? Oh, he barely does. Whew. Does recall, and now he knows. Now he's aware of the Phoenixes. He knows what's happening. And now it's on MaxPax to survive and to be able to get into Blink Stalkers. It's still just now starting, still just now beginning, but he needs time. He needs time here for these Stalkers. As MaxPax is stuck back at home. Now herO has a choice to make. Does he turn this into an all-in? Does he try to break MaxPax before Blink is done? I think the answer is going to be yes. I mean, it's herO. He's aggressive at me. So far he gets one Stalker. Gets one already. Just the one. From here he pulls away. Another gets down to half HP. herO throws down another gateway, getting up to a 2-gate setup. And yeah, setting up a proxy. Okay, it's going to be a 2-base all-in. It's going to be a 2-base all-in now. Oh, MaxPax getting a third. This is greedy. This is risky, Pappy. Oh my god. Getting into a third base. Now, what I was going to say here is that Blink should be done. Blink, it will finish up in time for the all-in. But investing into a third might be one step too far. It's not going to be an easy hold here from MaxPax. Not impossible, but it's not going to be easy. Here, he sees the third base. I'm sure he's happy about that. He's trying to drag the army out of position, out of range of those shield batteries. Can he shut MaxPax down? There we go. He goes for the mass lift. Takes down 3 Stalkers. Yeah, 3 Stalkers do fall. Blink is just now finishing up. And here he's going for the kill. He's going for MaxPax. The boys are being pulled. And the boys, they do shut down one of the Stalkers. The shield battery putting in a lot of work. Here he avoids a shield battery. Rotates into the main. Probes are going down. This is good economic damage, but he needs more. He needs more than just probe kills. He needs the Stalkers. Stalker count is building up. He gets 1. Please out one of his own, though. Gets 2. Gets 3. Has he done it? Has he broken even the boys? They do lock down the Stalkers, though. And remember, there's no blink. There's no blink for herO. He's locked down. He's stuck in the main. He's going to lose everything. Yeah, MaxPax he's holding. That surround was insane. And again, herO, he's out of Stalkers. He's out of Stalkers. He's out of time. He's out of army. And MaxPax, he's ahead. He does take a lead. He was forced to cancel the third, though. Okay. Okay. We need to take a moment. So MaxPax, he lost the third base. He lost the third base, true. Did lose the third, but he has Blink. He's going into a Dark Shrine thereafter. Proxy Dark Shrine as well. Uh-oh. herO, he did deal some damage, but it wasn't enough to kill MaxPax. Back at home, herO is going for his own Robo. He needs Immortal production. The problem here is that herO, he should be making Immortals, but he needs an Observer because of that Dark Shrine. But he doesn't know. Doesn't know about the DTs. Thinks they hit the main base. They get a couple more probes. A couple of workers go down. What does he make? Does he go for the Immortal? Does he go for the Observer? Considering the Stalker count, yeah, he has to make Immortals. That's the problem here. He has to make Immortals, otherwise he dies. But if he makes Immortals, he's also going to die to the Dark Shrine. It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. As the Immortals, they make up for his lack of Stalkers. So he's stuck in a rough position. MaxPax moving out. He has the supply lead. There's the first Immortal. Now, does he make an Observer? Recalls the Adepts. Making a second Immortal. Oh, no. And here come the Dark Templar. And right now, there is 0 detection. Now, herO, he could try to buy time and chrono out the Observer. True. He could try to pull that off. But damage should be done. Phoenix goes down. DT moves in. Does he notice? Yeah, he does. Does Force Field. Observer's on the way. DT getting a couple of free swipes in. Going for the pylon. No, the Attention's pylon goes down. Oh my god. The pylon falls. There's no Observer. And the DT's just going ham. Yeah, just free damage on the army. Ay, ay, ay. herO. He's going for the mineral line. The DT, the Invisible Man. He's slipping in. He's slipping. The main range probes are falling. Or the Observer just now pops out. herO's trying to hold on. He has detection. Technically, we could see a Revelation on the Observer, and MaxPax can just dive in. There's the lift. And behind this here, he's contained, and MaxPax, he just expands. He just expands, takes the third base, gets ahead economically. He has map control. Again, MaxPax, after the failed all-in, he was ahead. And herO, he's being forced into a second all-in. He's building up the Immortal count. Charge is halfway done for MaxPax. Now, if he can buy time for charge, then MaxPax, he should be fine. Right now, there's a window in time, though. There's a window where charge isn't ready. The gateways, they aren't finished either. Where herO could still end the game with this push. But he's still pushing up a ramp into a shield battery. Phoenix is another Phoenix goes down. The stasis! Stasis goes off as well. herO, he does lift up the Immortal. Does go for the lift, but he has no micro potential. Immortal goes down. Trades 1 for 1. Takes a lot of hits, though. And MaxPax actually just buying time. Just buying time, trading well, bleeds out those Zealots. And charge is now done. It's done in a couple of seconds. herO trying to force his way through. There's that warp in. Zealots, they have arrived. And they just do a great job here at tanking. Yeah, they tank those shots. Cleaks on forward, takes down the Immortal. There's one Immortal left. Okay, we have the War Prism. Prism comes in. herO, he can micro. He can try to micro back. But there's just so many Zealots. And again, Zealots, they just tank so well. Gets another Immortal. Another Immortal goes down. herO, he has to pull back. But the Prism gets targeted as well, and herO's gonna lose everything here. Yeah, MaxPax, he holds, he survives, he shuts down the all-in. Again, the power of the Invisible Man. It was crazy. And GG gets called. MaxPax, he will take the series 3-2, coming back from a 2-0 deficit, the reverse sweep. GG. GG. GG, very well played here by MaxPax. He pulls off the reverse sweep. herO, he got too excited. He got too excited here. Again, had a really strong start to the series, but coming into game 3, especially coming into game 4 as well, just going for just a flat out vanilla proxy robo, which got completely shut down in game 4. That was a brutal sight there. Here, coming into the ace match, I'm not opposed to the overall build that herO had decided to go for, going for the Phoenixes, but unfortunately he wasn't quite able to sustain himself. He was still losing units to the Oracle. At least the Oracle was popping off, and likewise it did feel like herO, he missed his window. He missed his opportunity to break his opponent. Basically it all came down to the initial 2-base all-in and the initial hold from MaxPax, and he pulled it off. MaxPax was able to pull it off. It was honestly really close. If you remember, it was so important that MaxPax, he kept pulling the boys. He kept pulling those workers, and he was able to lock down and surround those stalkers. And because herO was all-inning without blink, he was being locked down. Like, he couldn't escape, and he wasn't trading well. He was losing stalkers for probes more than anything. So really nice defense initially there for MaxPax, and that did basically win him that game. Going for the DT counterattack was just a really smart way to follow up, knowing that herO had to make immortals. We mentioned at the time, like, herO, he dies if he makes an observer, and he also dies if he makes the immortal. Like, he like it was just a really rough position there for herO. And really smart of MaxPax to notice the Artosis pylon. Remember, there was that one pylon at the natural that was powering the robo, and it was able to focus it down in time as well. So GG, clutch moves there out of MaxPax. Well played. Does claim the series, does knock herO down to the low ground, down to the lower bracket is what I meant to say. And now we have one series left. One series remaining. Let's go.